you're going to hear about my parties. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things.
Reports about Diddy's wild lifestyle keep resurfacing, and the latest one about him is bizarre. The disgraced mogul's been accused of hosting nude basketball games with other famous men. These stories have been swirling for years, but more details are coming to light now, and they are pretty shocking. Diddy was known for the longest time for throwing extravagant parties, but who knew that those parties would sometimes turn into pretty unusual games of basketball? The idea of these nude basketball games might sound strange to most people, but apparently, this was a thing amongst Diddy and his circle. It's even been said that Jamie Foxx, who used to be close to Diddy, was introduced to these games by Diddy himself. Jamie has mentioned in the past that he was at some wild parties hosted by Diddy, but he's been careful not to reveal too much. However, over the years, there have been plenty of hints that suggest that these basketball games really happened. One of the most interesting parts of this story is that there were photos that seemed to show Jamie playing nude basketball on a beach. But like many perplexing stories about Diddy's lifestyle, those photos disappeared from the internet without a trace. Some believe that Jamie even apologized for playing these basketball games. However, his statement, where he supposedly sent gift baskets to his neighbors to apologize for disturbing them, has also vanished. Jamie isn't the only one who's been connected to these weird games. There have been rumors that other big names, including the likes of Jay-Z, have participated in these matches. Whether this is true or not is still unclear, but it has certainly fueled a lot of gossip. Christopher Williams, an artist who was once mentored by Diddy, has also been mentioned in connection with these games. His name popped up in a story told by Jaguar Wright, a singer who has made several shocking claims about Diddy's personal life. Jaguar's stories involve walking in on something that, according to her, was both surprising and uncomfortable. While it wasn't about basketball, it adds to the growing list of odd stories surrounding Diddy and his interactions with other men. This is why many people believe that these basketball games were more than just innocent fun. Then there's Usher, another artist who has been open about the time he spent living with Diddy when he was younger. Usher has said that he saw things during that time that he wasn't sure how to process. He hasn't gone into too much detail, but he did hint that Diddy's lifestyle was more than a little wild. Usher even said that he might write a book one day and spill everything he witnessed. If he does, we might finally get the full story on these strange basketball games. But it's not just former protégés and colleagues who have spoken about these games. DJ Envy once brought up the topic while interviewing Jamie on The Breakfast Club, and Jamie has barely been on the show since. It's believed that the topic of nude basketball might be why Jamie now avoids the show. When DJ Envy asked Jamie about it, things reportedly got uncomfortable. And let's not forget about Wendy Williams, the talk show host known for spilling celebrity gossip. She, too, brought up the subject of Diddy and basketball when she was discussing Tommy Davidson's memoir. Tommy, a comedian and actor, accused Jamie of ripping off his underwear during a sketch. Wendy linked this to the basketball games, suggesting that Jamie might have a preference for these unusual activities. One of the more recent stories about these basketball games came from a TikTok user who claims to have overheard people discussing the games at a radio station. She said that after she mentioned Diddy and Jamie's basketball games in one of her videos, she received a phone call that made her rethink sharing any more details. In a follow-up video, she apologized and said that she was taking down the original video. This only added to the intrigue, as many believe that she was pressured to keep quiet about what she had heard. Another interesting detail about these games is that Diddy reportedly spent a lot of money on the parties where they took place. Jamie once joked that Diddy would spend $1.5 million on a single party. These weren't just casual get-togethers. They were crazy events with A-list guests, including artists Diddy mentored like Usher and even Justin Bieber. Justin was very young when he first started spending time with Diddy, and there are reports that he was part of the lifestyle that Diddy encouraged for his protégés. It's been widely shared that Diddy promised Justin a car when he turned 16 and a mansion when he turned 18. It's unclear if Justin ever received those gifts, but there's footage of Justin looking uncomfortable when Diddy asks him why they don't hang out as much anymore. This moment has led some to wonder if Justin distanced himself from Diddy after witnessing some of the more unusual aspects of his life. Then there's 50 Cent, who also has a history with Diddy. 50 Cent has been open about his interactions with Diddy, once sharing a story where Diddy suggested they hang out alone, which made 50 Cent feel weird. It's no surprise that 50 Cent isn't a fan of Diddy's lifestyle, and he's been vocal about it, particularly in the last last few years as more stories about Diddy have surfaced. One of the more bizarre details about these basketball games is the claim that they were meant to promote self-love amongst Diddy's friends. The idea of playing basketball nude might be seen by some as a way to free themselves, but the stories surrounding Diddy's games suggest that there was some more going on. According to some reports, Diddy used these games as a way to live out his desires, all while keeping certain aspects of his life hidden from the public. The rumors about Diddy being on the DL have been circulating for years, and these basketball games have only added fuel to the fire. When you combine the stories from people like Jaguar, Usher, and 50 Cent, it's easy to see why so many are convinced that there's more to Diddy's lifestyle than meets the eye. It's also worth noting that Jamie, who was once a regular guest on The Breakfast Club and other platforms, has noticeably distanced himself from some of his past circles. In fact, there have even been recent outrageous claims that Diddy had something to do with Jamie's hospitalization last year. While those claims have made ripples online, there has not been any evidence so far that this was the case. But it definitely seems to be true that Jamie and Diddy had grown apart in the time leading up to Jamie's health scare. Whether this is because of the rumors about their basketball games remains unclear, but it's hard not to wonder if the constant whispers and wild parties played a role. In the end, Diddy's alleged basketball games could just be another crazy celebrity story, but with everything that's already been said about Diddy in the lead up to his arrest, no one wants to totally rule out anything. Whether these games were really about self-love or something more, they've certainly left people talking and speculating about what really goes on in Diddy's world. What do you guys think? Is there any truth to these latest rumors about Diddy? Let me know in the comments below.